I'm James Rocky from MSN Movies, here in Santa Monica to talk to the cast of Water for Elephants, including Christoph Waltz, Robert Pattinson, Reese Witherspoon, and Ty, a 9,200-pound veteran of over 28 feature films. You are working with 9,200 pounds of mammal. I mean, there's got to be a little bit of intimidation, but after a day, 2 days, a week, did it get natural, or was it always being very aware of standing next to a living truck?
No, I mean, I think you're always aware that she's a gigantic animal. I mean, she really instills trust in you, and that she never steps out of line or anything. But she's big and intimidating, you know. And sometimes people would stand awfully close to her and not pay any attention. I'd be like, you know, that's a giant animal. Any moment, anything could happen.
In the film, you work with Christoph Waltz as the ringmaster. You work with Reese Witherspoon as your love interest. You also work with Ty as Rosie the elephant. Which was more intimidating?
I mean, you would have thought Ty, but she's one of the easiest actresses that I've ever worked. I mean, totally understanding. She's very giving. Right. I mean, she's always coming up with really great material. I mean, she likes to go off the book a little bit. But, yeah, working with Ty is so simple. You have she has this trunk which is kind of always like just wild, and it kind of breaks up scenes, and you just have to react around her. And it's always something fresh. She's never bored. She's always looking for some kind of candy on you. Like, there's always some candy somewhere.
What was the biggest difference in doing scenes with Mr. Waltz as opposed to scenes with Mr. Pattinson?
A big difference. I mean, Christoph is, an actor, you know, obviously he's been working for so long, and Rob and I were both in awe of his professionalism and his ability to create a character that was so multifaceted and dynamic, considering that it could be very much just the villain. But he played it with such vulnerability as well, so you really saw different aspects of that character. And
when you're playing a ringmaster from a 1930s circus, do you look at a specific kind of theatricality, or do you just ham it up a little bit in general?
Not any more than I usually do.
Right.
No, I find it interesting to study. I never went to university, so I, have an inferiority complex about that. Now I try to catch up when I get interesting stuff to do, like playing a ringmaster of a circus in 1931. So we have a ringmaster of a circus in 1931. That's enough work for a few years in terms of study. So I'm not too worried about running out of subject.
Working with Mr. Pattinson, working with Ms. Witherspoon, how much of a pleasure is it to run scenes with them?
That's in a way like asking a chef how is it to turn on the stove. That's what we do. We've all thankfully reached a fabulous level of expertise and professionality, so we get on with it. That's what we do for a living. We don't really marvel at each other the whole time. We work. We got a lot of stuff to do, and an actor's life or work looks very glamorous from the outside, but on the everyday job, so to say, is hard work. And we appreciate each other's presence, and we demand each other's professionality. We don't think about each other's glamour.
Ty, who does your hair? Who are you wearing?